odds market.
I'm Dave Best.
Obsession. This is Theo Goodman.
All the tools to be among that few that win.
Because that winning calculated.
I'm Stuart from Tipster HQ.
My name's Jay Baglia.
Hey guys, Gabriel.
Some call it gambling.
Here to bring you the best political betting tips.
It's the booming industry of professional gaming.
Odds Market, Sports Bet Daily.
Bankroll management.
Over at Odds Market.
We are Odds Market. Watch us.
Let's start with the Formula One Chinese Grand Prix. So, who do you think will win the race? Can Ferrari do it since the first time in 2013?
It's looking like they might. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
After the first race, things didn't go well. But then we seen in Bahrain last week. We can all say Charles Leclerc got robbed. He just the turbo went on his car, and he was losing 2 to 3 seconds per lap on every other driver. But I think this week, I do think Charles Leclerc could win it.
Yes.
I do, for Ferrari, yeah. They're definitely the stronger team at the minute, I think. Definitely.
Yeah. What is the price on Ferrari right now? Should we jump on it, or is it low?
Right now, I think Charles Leclerc I got him at 15-8 to win the race. Vettel is I think he's about 2.5, 3-1, his teammate. But Vettel has been very, very poor this year. So I wouldn't. He's second favourite in the market, and I really don't know why, because he's not proved it.
Yeah. Yeah. So who do you think will be
Right.
faster, Vettel or Leclerc?
Oh, Leclerc all day.
Yeah.
He's been faster all season. The first race in Australia, Vettel was in front of Leclerc, and everyone could see Leclerc was faster, but he wouldn't pass Vettel out. We think it's team orders because Vettel is the number one driver, so to speak. But I think when they seen that Leclerc was faster than Vettel, in Bahrain they just let him off the reins and said, if you're faster, go for it. But yeah, I think this weekend in China, Leclerc will definitely be faster than Vettel.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah. What sort of a racetrack is the Chinese GP?
Yeah, the Chinese racetrack, it's wide. It's a very wide track, so there's a lot of room for cars to overtake each other. There's there's one really long straight at the back, a really long straight. It's definitely one of the longest straights in Formula One. It also has the Chinese also has the longest turn in Formula One. It's 270 degrees turn, it's just straight out, flat out driving. So that's going into that's in the first corner. So when they start the race and they all go into that turn, it is pretty exciting.
Yeah. Which is your favorite racetrack?
Oh man, that's a hard
One
question.
of. Was it choosing your favorite of your children? You can't decide.
It's hard, yeah. I do like Singapore. I like the Singapore track. That's not till the end of the season there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's something about that track I like about it.
Nice. All right. And so just looking at your article here as well. So you say can Red Bull or Ferrari stop the Mercedes early onslaught? So obviously you think that really Ferrari have got this one. Is there any value on Red Bull then at this point? If you think Ferrari, are you staying off that market? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. The problem with Red Bull is there's value on them, but they probably won't win the race. Even though they actually won this race last year. So they did, but that was kind of a fluke, just the way the strategies worked between the strategies of different teams coming into the pits, and it was just kind of the way it worked that they kind of got lucky last year. I wouldn't put it down to their car being the actual fastest. So there's no real value on them. I think Verstappen, probably I think he could be 8-1 or 10-1. If you want to have a little flutter on that, but I wouldn't back them.
Yeah. And you don't think, obviously Lewis Hamilton won Bahrain, you don't think that he stands a chance here? He's what, 2.5, I think. Not a bad price. I can imagine a lot of money is on him, and that sort of pushes the price down.
Definitely. That Hamilton is nearly the favourite, like most backed every week.
Yeah.
Everyone just backs him. Like the pedigree is there. He's won like 4 of the last 5 titles or something like that. But I think the Ferraris are faster this week, and I just think that Hamilton's teammate Bottas always has good value in him. He always has good value. Like last year, he had good value, and it never would have came to fruition. It never would have. But this year, he just seems to be kind of on point, and it seems to be working a bit better for him, and everyone that's backing him.
All right. So, what would you say to wrap up here? Chinese Grand Prix. What are your bets here that you think us and our viewers here should take?
Yeah, I'll go through some of the bets that I really like for this GP. I'm on Bottas at 10-1, so I am. I've gone 1 unit each way on that.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone 1.5 units on Charles Leclerc just to straight win the race. I also like Sebastian Vettel not to be classified at 7.5-1 or 13-2. I'm just going to justify that one because last year he only didn't finish in 1 race, and he's having such a horrible start to the year. I really think because he knows his teammates faster than him, he knows the 2 Mercedes are going to be right behind him. I think he's going to push his car a bit too far this weekend, and I can see him maybe crashing out. So that's why I've gone with that one, but I've only got 1 unit on it. I also went with Max Verstappen to set the fastest lap at 0.5 points. It's definitely a gamble. That one is. You could take also there's a small chance of rain in China. Small chance of rain. I like the rain. They do crazy things with the rain.
I remember us talking about this one. If it was going to be wet or dry, yes. So there's a small chance of rain, but only a small one.
Yeah, and if there is that rain, I've gone with Renault, the Renault team, either one of their drivers to win the race at 276-1.
Ooh. All right. So
definitely a big gamble, but definitely small stakes on that one. Definitely.
Only if there's rain. All right. Anything else before we move over to the America's Grand Prix?
All I'd say is just when you're betting on or Formula One and MotoGP, just to keep your stakes small, really, because there's 20 drivers and there's good value and there's not good value, but anything can happen. So there's no point in lumping on Hamilton or Leclerc because they could be gone in the first corner. So
yeah, wise words.